Good evening, and thank you for joining us for your weekend report. I'm Jordan Markoff. 4 people are injured after a shooting in Lake City this morning. Police say that was just the first of 2 shootings that took place today, and officers believe a similar vehicle was seen at both crime scenes. TV20's Ethan Badowski tells us how this comes on the same day city leaders are addressing gun violence.
2 shootings took place in Lake City Sunday morning, the same day leaders held a community meeting about gun violence. The first occurred around 11 a.m. on Northwest Alma Avenue. Police say 4 people were injured and 3 were taken to the hospital. About an hour and a half later, police responded to another shooting on the other side of town. Officers say a similar vehicle was involved in both shootings. I asked the 2 organizers of this event about the frustrations they felt waking up to the news of 2 more shootings on the day of this event.
It's aggravating, right? You know, it's aggravating, and sometimes, well, I feel helpless and hopeless at times because it just keeps going on and on and on.
It's really disappointing. Yeah. Disappointing. I mean, you wake up on a Sunday morning getting ready to go to church or have your nice Sunday dinner, and you wake up with 4 guys being shot, 3 being life flighted out. Then on the other side of town, you have someone's house getting shot up.
The gun violence rally was in the same neighborhood where the first shooting happened. Lake City's police chief and the Columbia County sheriff both spoke at the event.
As everyone knows, gun violence is a nationwide problem. However, even though it's a nationwide problem, we need local solutions. And I really appreciate the Gateway Ministerial Elite getting together, partner with the police, partner with the sheriff's office, and with the pastors, and with the community itself to try and take care of this issue.
Organizers say continuing these conversations is more important than ever as gun violence persists in the community. In Lake City, Ethan Badowski, TV20 News.